And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points as a portion of the remaining point.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kenny Clark coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. On second down, here's Smith. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Jackson on third and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. William Hayes able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Sanders. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On first down, Griffin. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now Griffin on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
From the gun on third down, Griffin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff to Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Detroit!
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Slow.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Griffin, now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Griffin on 1st down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He's got his man in the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a give to Smith. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play,
and he's going to be taken down. RG3 couldn't get away, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
On the ground, this is Smith. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in the halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sean Lee coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins as the first half is winding down. And the Lions add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The pitch goes to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Second and 10. Once again, Griffin over the middle, complete. That's Fisher. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Griffin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit. Sometimes that's...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go play action here on first down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use your aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On the run, it's Smith. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. Play action. It's Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it here. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. To throw is Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Running left, it's Smith. Fights him off. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw is Jackson from the gun on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Officially with a return of 108 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Drop deep, drop deep. Check 43.
They'll try the option on third down. He can run for it, and he will. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got it at the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. That makes this much more manageable. They'll move it from the 2 to the 1.
Totally manageable because many teams from the 2 want to throw the ball. But you put it at the 1, the running game is totally back in play.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.